Hello. Hello, hello. What is up, everybody? How are you all doing today? Uh, it is Friday, which means we're doing more of this. More Owlcatting, more rogue tradering, more stuff and things. If they're wrong. There we go. Okay. We have a kitten. Hello, Jello. Hello, Taco. How are you today? We are using a keyboard. Oh, because my controller is actually plugged in. So it's like, hey, do you want to use a controller? No, I do not want to use a controller. Not for a game like this. It's your boy. Actually has really good controller support. Maybe so, but I could not imagine trying to play a game like this on mouse or on controller. Oh yeah, we were gonna level up. Hooray, we're starting yet another stream leveling up. Oh, this is our last one for... Ooh. Okay, So what do we have? Each enemy in combat that makes a free attack. This target always hits. So the end of combat, the target of this enemy starts with minus 30% to armor, armor, block, dodge, and parry. Okay. That's Stacy. Target also provokes an attack of opportunity whenever it attacks. Now, okay, so here's a question. Here's a question for anybody who's played this game more than me. I know that in Pathfinder, you have a limited number of attacks of opportunity per turn. Is that the same in this game? Or is it whenever an attack of opportunity is provoked, you get to swing the fuck away? Like, how does this work? What are you doing, buddy? Like, either way, this is good because it allows us to counter at least one attack per round with every melee character whenever they're attacked by another melee character, right? So regardless, this is really good. But also, I kind of already have this in a way with Abelard. Kind of building an arcade board right now. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Now you're refreshed. Welcome back. Welcome back. So if we have unlimited attacks of opportunity, then this is like insanely good, right? But if we have only one per turn, like in Pathfinder, unless there's like a what the hell's the name of the feat? Combat reflexes? For the operative's next turn, the target cannot move until the end of combat. The target's MP are reduced by 3. I feel like this is probably the best. I feel like this, like, because we already have the minus 30% to armor block, dodge, and parry. If I do that plus this, that just, like, completely cripples their offense and defense. Like, at that point, it doesn't really matter if they can move or not. Like, their ability to... Like, we kind of want them to be able to move because we want them to move into our melee. Like kidding. So, yeah, I think we do this. Alright, Daring Breach also grants plus 10 movement points until the end of the turn. The warrior does not prefer attacks of opportunity this turn. For one round, the warrior becomes the priority target for every enemy hit. Plus 20% parry and plus 2% and plus 2 deflection. Ooh, warrior strength bonus over 2. Okay, wait, what is this strength bonus? That's only an extra plus 2. That's actually not that much. Right? We could get it up to a plus 3, and that's only for this turn. I think we want this. I think we want that. Less so for the taunt aspect, and more so for the extra bonuses until the end of combat. All right, you. Target of finest hour gains more bonuses. All negative effects are immediately removed from the target. So the end of the officer's next turn, the target cannot die. Its wounds cannot be reduced below 1. Ooh. All their non-attacking abilities cost minus 1 AP. That could be really useful. I feel like it's either this one or this one, right? I feel like it's one of these two. Huh. You shared your progress on the Discord? Hell yeah. I will look at it. Capture string. Because this could be really good. Wait. Does this remove like traumas and shit? Like the broken legs and broken ribs and shit like that. Does this remove those? Those are obviously negative effects. Is this a way to get rid of those? If so, this is probably easily the most important thing. Pretty sure not, but if so, great. I don't think I've ever taken that one. I think I'm going to take this one because I think that this is like the only other one like this one would be really good. I haven't run into a situation where an extra 15 temporary health is really that important. The vast majority of the time that I've died or been wounded is not really in combat. That has almost never happened. I think I'm gonna take this. All right, operative. Also intimidates all enemies. Wait, these are not the same. These top two are the same, but this one is different than what I had on Terry. Wait. Oh, I haven't leveled her up. Wait. Oh, no, I did have this. Okay, I had just taken this earlier. Never mind. So what did I take here then? Ah, okay, so I got the attack of opportunity one. Okay. I think that one's probably like I said, it's okay regardless, but I think that it's probably worse than one of these two. Why did you suddenly whatever? Uh, t -t 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 I think again, I think that the plus 20% parry and 2 deflection is just like way too strong. Because this is only this turn. This is also only this turn. I think this is fine. I think it's fine to just double up on that. Blade Dancer. All right, so this is a new set of things. All right, so upon using Death Waltz, immediately heals to full. The cost of abilities it causes from wounds is reduced by half until the end of combat. Decrease enemy armor and dodge by 2 plus agi bonus over 2. These penalties stack. What is her agi bonus? Her agility bonus is better. Right? Like, this isn't like, I mean, even his, like, because, like, Abelard's strength is only a 45. But even still, like, it's just, I don't think that this, Wait. What the hell does this mean? I think we talked about this the last time, like when we got to this level for her. But the way that this is read, you have to use Death Waltz 6 times to be able to get the maximum amount of dodge. Because it doesn't say whenever you kill an enemy while using Death Waltz, you gain plus 3% dodge until the end of combat. No, what it says is, upon using the ability Death Waltz after killing an enemy, so A, you have to kill an enemy, and then you have to use Death Waltz. This is a completely different reading than any of the readings you used last time. I feel like I've had this complaint before. I feel like I remember having this very complaint because this seems insanely slow. Like, I can't believe that that's how this is actually meant to be. I believe that the way that this is supposed to be read as is you use Death Waltz. Every time you kill somebody while using Death Waltz, you gain plus 3% up to 6 times. I think that's how that's supposed to be read. But like, this could be either the best choice here or the worst. That's the problem. Pretty sure it's supposed to be once you use Death Waltz for the rest of combat, when you get a kill, gain that bonus. That would be really nice. I'm not gonna lie. That would be incredibly nice. Till the end of combat, strikes made by the blade. Strikes made. Reduce enemy weapon skill by 2. See, like, if that's the case, it should be written similar to this, right? Until the end of combat, kills made by the Blade Dancer, including kills made as part of Death Waltz, do this, right? Like, it should be written almost identically to this. You know, like, obviously that's not entirely grammatically correct, so you should change it a little bit. But, like, it should be basically the same exact wording as this. I'm gonna take this for science. And also because if it works the way that you say, this is the best out of the 3 by far. Yeah, we'll take that. I guess I probably should. Right? I probably should keep these guys leveled up as well, just in case I end up having to use them for some reason. Like, she's, yeah, we're just gonna ignore. what it's saying, because that's dumb. Perception is at 45, so you definitely want to get that. What was I building her as? Oh, I actually took one of these for her. Oh, okay. That's strange, actually. Fuck it. We could do that, right? Take lore warp, right? Let's see. Who has good lore warp? Oh, nobody. Wow. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that is everybody. Holy shit, I actually don't have anybody with, like, really good lore warp. A little unfortunate. Tactical knowledge is just, like, really, really good. Okay, so here we're still boosting up perception. And oh shit, no, I should be boosting up willpower. Why is willpower not, like, a recommended thing? What the fuck? Wait, can use damaging psychic powers while being threatened by enemies in melee range without provoking attacks of opportunity. Non-damaging psychic powers do not provoke attacks of opportunity even without this talent. Okay. Interesting. That have a range of 2 cells or more have the range increased by 5. Oh, shit. Is that willpower? Perception. Interesting. Become targets of the psychic powers gain a stacking -5 penalty on their dodge and parry until the end of combat. I think I just want the fucking second sight. Like, boosting the range by 5 is wild. That is a crazy range boost. We'll do this one. And yeah, this is only 3 ranks, so this won't be too terrible. What? Oh, because I have... Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, never mind, never mind, never mind. We're fine. Reloading costs 2 AP. Okay, so I have a question. I think I've had to reload once this entire game so far. So far, I have had to reload a single time this entire game. Um, are the fights going to get longer as the game goes on, where reloading becomes more of an issue, or is this just going to not using rapid fire with burst shots? I see. Well, I mean, she uses a shotgun. Like, I mean, I guess that's true. Like, I have a shotgun, I have a sniper rifle, I have melee, melee, melee. She never shoots a gun, and we have an arc rifle. So I guess I don't have a lot of rapid fire weapons. That's true. More of an issue as you get more attacks per turn and on higher difficulties when you can't clear a map in one round. That's true too. Like, I am playing on normal, so I guess that's just soldier deals damage to critical damage increased by +1. Wait, that seems pretty good. Deals damage to 3 different enemy soldier gains 20% for the next attack in the current combat. After each shot fired by the soldier grants them +1 agility until the end of their next turn. Again, this would be really good if I was using, like, burst weapons. And not a lot of single shots. Killing an ally with a med kit in combat restores additional 10. Okay. Wait. While the soldier has full cover against an enemy, the soldier gains +10% damage against that enemy, and the enemy's attacks deal -20%. Deal 20% less damage against soldier and their cover if the cover is present at the moment when the shot is fired, even if the cover is destroyed by the shot. Soldier talents are kind of split between good for burst and good for area. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. First hit of each range burst attack deals additional damage equal to the weapon's current rate of fire. Medium armor does not reduce dodge. Enemies damaged by the soldier's area attack suffer 3 damage from the next attack that hits them. That could be good. This could be good. I think we'll take that. I think that's fine. 3% armor pen with chain and power weapons. Warhammer Furious Recital. Each demon or Xenos in a 5-cell radius suffers 0. 5 times the number of Zeal stacks, direct damage, and 1 stack of perplex. What is perplexed? I've never seen this word in this game. -10 to ballistic, weapon skill, intelligence, and perception. Holy shit. Bolt weapons, which we're not using. Maximum wounds. This is just... Oh, it gives you health based off of willpower. Interesting. I think I like this one. Now I'm curious, because these both add, or at least one of them, yeah, these give you... Oh, can only be used once per combat. Can only be used once per combat. Oh! That's actually not that good then. If I could only do this twice. Also, whenever this also depends on when this actually goes off. Because if this goes off after the gain stacks of zeal on this, that makes this infinitely better. Right? I don't know. I'm kind of not sure. Oh, wait. I don't have the thing on you yet. Yeah, so let's get you the 2 movement points, because obviously. So I don't know the underlying math on it. Yeah, like that's the unfortunate thing is that like sometimes there's just like not really a good stuff and things. Increases wounds by half the. Oh wait, here's we found it. We found toughness. Hi, kitten. Come on down. Good buddy. Is there like a shotgun specialist? Allies become the secondary targets the characters are for or no, they do not. Yeah, we plus 10% bonus to dodge could be really good. Arc rifle stuff, plasma weapon, power weapon, promethium treatment, which is fire damage. Dual charge, which is, yeah, Scyther. +2 to minimum damage. Ooh. So this would be good because she has a shotgun. Alright, and then let's see. Oh, where it is at 55. Ah, and was the one that we popped up. Okay, so yeah. And then until the end of the soldier's turn, they gain +4 MP and their attacks do not spend MP. Till the end of combat, the soldier's rate of fire is increased by 30%. Until the end of the soldier's turn, each of their area attacks deals additional damage equal to the number of attack targets. What does Firearm Mastery do again? It's the ability to make a number of extra attacks equal to their weapon's rate of fire, minimum 2, using the weapon attacks that normally cost the least AP. These attacks do not spend AP. Till the end of the soldier's turn, their first attack against each new enemy automatically scores critical hit. Soldier immediately reloads their current weapon. And all the soldiers' attacks are 20% harder to dodge. Till the end of the combat, the soldier's range attacks gain plus 10% armor 10. Okay. I feel like this could probably I think this is probably the most important one for a shotgun user. Because obviously if we're using a shotgun, this is entirely useless. This would be really good, but I think being able to position yourself in such a way that you can maximize the number of people being hit is more important than getting like a +2 or +3 to damage. Right? I think that's probably the most important thing for us to do. So I think the extra movement and the ability to continue moving after attacking. I think that's the most important thing. Okay, what the hell are we doing? We probably have a whole lot of people to talk to, right? We probably got a whole lot of shit going on. No? Where's what's his face? There. You also don't have anything new to say. What? What do you mean these people don't have anything new to say after what happened just now?
Lord Captain.
Excuse me? Okay. Oh yeah, we still have this to do. Pascal is sure that it can be used to decrypt the discovered databank. Wait, what? The road trader's cogitator on the bridge. On a databank belonging the data encrypted database for use of the road trader. Oh yeah, no, we literally just talked about this. Wait, so what is that? So I talk to you about this? How did I not? Remember over lunch where it has it the apparition of Lord Captain. Oh fucking Christ! Vox says a short while ago, the interrogator appears to very well versed in matters of sacred technology, and it worries me a man of his knowledge and in his line of work is capable of discreetly planting his own devices in our systems. We will be vigilant. Okay, that's all for now. Heinrix, you got something to say? You should. I was about to say. I was about to say I haven't actually talked to you yet. I know nothing about you. Could you tell me a little about yourself?
I'm usually the one interested in the pasts of those around me, not the reverse. I come from a night world, Guizorn 3. I belong to a branch of one of the noble houses until my exceptional abilities were discovered. After that, I was sent on a black ship to Holy Terra, where I was trained and I began my service for the glory of the Imperium.
That probably happened.
But I have no ties to my homeworld now. None except my first name. I left Guizorn 3 when I was still a child. My family disowned me, stripping me of my family name. I was given a new one by those who trained me. Even for a noble, being branded a psyker is a mark of eternal shame. I experienced that firsthand before I was put on the black ship.
I can understand that. You know, the fact that, hey, if you use your abilities too much, you could literally become a demon or open rips into the demon world or whatever the fuck. Like, the side effects of being a psyker, I could understand why people are like, nah, we don't want you around us. Nah, get away. Well, hi again. I was not expecting a visit from the kitten again so soon. How'd you discover your abilities?
Many psychers unaware of their curse. I found out when a strong emotional reaction triggered an involuntary response. My great aunt had a pet grink. One day, it bit me, and I boiled it from inside out. And when my great aunt slapped me for what I'd done, I boiled her too.
That's a way to say it, Jesus.
When I arrived on Holy Terra and was tested, I was found to be suitable material for becoming a sanctioned psyker, able to bend his curse to his own will. I can assure you that the adepts of the Astra Telepathica were right in their assessment.
Alright. Tell me about the black ship. I don't know anything about that.
A vast prison ship.
Ah.
Filled with frightened, angry psychers who can't control their abilities and who have just lost their homes and their families.
That sounds terrifying.
Some of them were children and adolescents like I was. Some were monstrous creatures who no longer had the right to be called human, or psychopaths who reveled in their impure powers.
Alright, we have a shoulder cat. That sounds terrifying.
Once, when one of the miscreants broke free, those in command simply depressurized the bay and got rid of the culprit, along with the prisoners and crew tainted by him. But even after that, I heard the echo of inhuman suffering and terror that filled that part of the ship. It grieves me to recall that episode to this day.
All right. Sounds like a pleasant time. A nice cruise ship.
Of a psyker fit for service in the Imperial Guard, where I then spent several years. It was only afterward that I became an agent of the Golden Throne.
Okay. Well,
Since the day of my initiation as an acolyte. So, decades. How many real years it's been, it's hard to say. When I return from a journey through the warp, I often discover that much more or much less time has passed in real space.
No way, they have fucking time dilation shit. They have like time. Oh, god damn it. They have like weird time shenanigans in the warp. Fuck.
Indeed. I have visited many of the places brought to the Emperor's light, and those sullied by the filth of the archenemy. In truth, even after all these years spent visiting the various corners of the Imperium and looking beyond its borders, I still consider the Segmentum Solar to be the greatest of all humanity's bastions. Nothing compares to the majesty of Holy Terror, the might of Mars, the grandeur of the Segment's other worlds.
What duties have been carrying out?
You can't really be expecting me to answer that question, can you? The first step for biomancers such as myself is to take control of the processes of their own body, including aging. I've endured innumerable hazards in my work. If I allowed every trace of them to remain, I would look completely different today.
All right. You're not. Obviously not.
Of course not. The Lord Inquisitor.
Yeah, I was about to say, obviously fucking not.
The best of the best. Experts in various fields and disciplines. Some of them I know personally. Others I have never met.
That's literally... These are literally the only two options. What are you talking about? You've either met somebody and know them personally, or you have never met them. These are... Sir, you just said, I am either wet or I am dry. Like, what the fuck? Yes, obviously this is true. You have not met the ones that you have not met.
To be honest, I'm not even certain that the people I know are still alive. I used to work with other acolytes of the Lord Inquisitor, but in the Coronis Expanse, I have been working alone. We are not a retinue. We are acolytes. As for your question, I am closer than anyone else to the one I call my personal teacher. The Lord Inquisitor deemed me worthy of undertaking the most important and sensitive tasks requiring the attention of agents of the Golden Throne. I rarely have the time or the opportunity to think about it. Such as?
What can you
The
do?
Lord Inquisitor was most insistent that I master the discipline of Santic Demonology. I use my faith and my power to crush the enemies of the Imperium. Servants of Chaos tremble at the sound of the Emperor's name, uttered by my lips. I am also a skilled biomancer. I can manipulate bodily processes. Sometimes I resort to those skills in the course of my work, when it is necessary to make the subject of an interrogation more cooperative.
Interesting. You know, I could think of a few ways that biomancy would be very useful in an interrogation if you know, don't have a whole lot of moral hangups. Oh shit. Lord Captain, the machine spirit of this mechanism slumbers. Should you wish to awaken it, use the key of your blood. My designate is IH630. The venerated Engineer Prime has entrusted this sacred mechanism in my care. It is now my duty to assist. Oh, it's this guy. Okay. Or trader's understanding of the hallowed code. Okay. Do it. Servitor's powerful jaws close around your hand with a screeching clack. You feel the cold metal pierce your skin and draw blood. The vid screen in front of you flicker. Vid screens in front of you flicker relentlessly, filling with numerical combinations. Is awake and ready to receive your request. Without another word, the tech priest turns to the cogitator. He raises his hands and a prayer of binaric code pours out his Vox device. The servo motors in the bowels of the machine grow louder. Its undulating hum responding to his chant. Numerical combinations run down the screen. Discovered numeral critical errors. The data is damaged, registering in intact segment. Tech priest stops abruptly. The Greek glow of the larger. The machine spirit has spoken. The words of Kiava Gamma and Dargonis hold certain data repositories. The mechanism is ready to provide the rogue trader with data keys that can unlock said repositories. How do I... the Omniscience favors you. The machine spirit is willing to commence a calculation procedure that can restore the lost data. Data has been restored, but it is only a single phrase. Litanies of the motive force. That is all the sacred mechanism was able to salvage. Alright. Let's start the Omniscience deeds. The repository on Kiava Gamma has a security system guarding it. The machine spirit has recovered a code that will allow you to disable the defenses. Hell yeah. How do we accept these keys? Gracious machine spirit is willing to transfer the data keys to the head of House Von Valancius by means of an electo, a hypodermic tattoo augment. You're ready to accept the keys. Place your hand inside the servitor's mouth. What data repositories? That remains hidden. The encrypted data bank belonged to the esteemed Theodora von Valancius. She was the only one who could have known about these repositories. Perhaps the former Engineer Prime could also have known. Omnisci accept his code. Cat hair in my eye. Not pleasant. Or to propose a hypothesis, it would be most prudent to figure as eminent of a figure as eminent as a rogue trader to store her classified data in receptacles most secure. Okay. Other questions? The Engineer Prime spends hours pursuing the quest of knowledge in hopes of comprehending the nature of Sid Miracle. May the Omniscience grace guide him on his journey. Alright. Okay. I've talked to you, right? I have not. Alright. I wish to know the truth. What did he do?
He fell into schism and challenged the sacred boundaries of knowledge. The blessed Amanat claimed the limits of what is permitted must be expanded, because by refusing to explore certain law, we find ourselves in contempt of the seventh universal law. Comprehension is the key to all things. My mentor put forth a thesis claiming that we have of the Blessed Amanat spread, and word of it reached the conclave of the Cognizance fleet. They recognized his teachings as tech heresy. Many tech priests suddenly vanished or were subjected to servo penance for minor transgressions. The students of Amanat, whose number included many enlightened and respected tech priests, resisted. My prognosis showed that our most likely future was a schism and a fratricidal war that would destroy the Cognizance fleet. That was when I headed to the Conclave. I confessed and handed the information about my mentor's research over to the Conclave. Brazen and thematic studies of the Forbidden Law. The Conclave could use that data to summon Archmagos Amanat to stand trial and compel him to repent on pain of excommunicate traitoris. His subsequent fate is unknown to me. This statement is true. However, I took this step out of loyalty to my mentor. He rejected caution and was leading us to a blasphemous war where he would become the first and most important victim. I did not want to witness his destruction and tried to force him to submit. I wanted to return to my mentor and share his fate, but the Conclave found me repentant and sent me to the station Altar Templum Calixis X17, where I was to atone for my previous transgressions.
I mean, this is true.
I pray that the Omnissiah grants us wisdom to overcome the dialectic differences that divide us.
So yeah, why did you go to Raked Minoris?
By a message that was encrypted with the Blessed Amanat's personal code. And could it be interpreted in several ways? One thing was certain. We were in danger, and I had to go to Raked Minoris.
Alright, so who's this tech priest?
Personality is difficult. The spirit of Brother Abel is different from that of most people. Tech comrades of the Cog call such persons quiet ones. He possesses significant intellect, but
I cannot comprehend introverts.
so far I have not been able to determine why Abel summoned me to Raked Minoris, how he is related to the Blessed Amanat, or why he bears the same name as me. Perhaps the Reverend Abel cannot fully actualize and interpret the available data.
Maybe he's just fucking stupid. Got it. What are you gonna do next?
I was wrong when I assumed it was the Blessed Archmagos Amanat, who assumed the guise of Abel Hanaman.
And Naaman.
There is a connection between him and the Reverend Abel, and I intend to uncover the nature of this link. Acknowledged. I will return to ruminating on the search for the Blessed Amanat. The request is approved. I have no outright restrictions on disclosing this information.
Where are you from?
Information about my origins is worthless.
Ah!
I belong to the priesthood of explorators and came
200 years ago.
over 200 years ago. Any events preceding that moment are insignificant.
How'd you end up out here?
I was honored to become a member of the Explorator Cognizance fleet. When the Adeptus Mechanicus summoned the faithful for an exploratory venture into the depths of the Coronis expanse, I joined the fleet in fulfillment of my sacred vows of comprehension.
So are you not with the fleet?
After I betrayed Archmagos Amanat,
Oh yeah, okay.
the fleet conclave directed me to the orbital station Altar Templum Calixis X17 for penance. This venerable temple station was
Oh,
Observation post of the Cognizance fleet in orbit
where we are now.
Furibundus.
Okay. So that might be companion quest number 2 for this area.
The sacred fraternity of explorers. The cult Mechanica sends us out to the frontiers of the known sectors as researchers and conquerors. We are the warriors of the code, who return to the lost worlds and devote themselves to recovering the lost ancient knowledge. Explorators are granted the privilege of being more independent than many of our tech comrades. However, it has earned us a reputation as unstable and poorly controlled troublemakers whose unorthodox views are dangerously close to apostasy.
Wait. Very weird or worse code. Why is there always ancient lost knowledge? Why is that always a thing? Tell me about your tentacles.
The brothers and guides on the way to the Omnissiah. Their machine spirits are directly bound to my neocortex and pick up impulses from my subconscious. Sometimes they act ahead of my thoughts. This is how the Omnissiah leads me to comprehension.
Right, we can stop there.
I am honored.
Oh, that's a lot.
Priesthood of Mars, guided by its tenets, we safeguard technology against the impure and the unenlightened.
There's a lot more dialogue. All right, this is an interesting question.
He is the divine mechanism, the maker of technology. The universe was made to resemble a mechanical marvel because the Omnissiah rules over it. Knowledge is the highest form that he uses to manifest in the world. For now. Someday, he will come to this world in the absolute fullness of his splendor. The Adeptus Mechanicus worshipped the Emperor. He is the earthly manifestation of the Omnissiah, who brought humanity into the light of divine grace.
Why y'all want to be cyborgs?
Organic tissue is an imperfect replica of the machine, transient and vulnerable. Metal is more stable, more effective, and more durable. Flesh speak is flawed next to binary language. Meat begets weakness, it softens the mind and undermines discipline. But you can replace metal when it wears down. In addition, a machine is a supreme form of knowledge, and by assuming mechanical form, we become closer to the Omnissiah. However, like all things sacred, our augmentations must not be defiled by the eyes of the ignorant, which is why we reveal only the crudest of tools, while holier mechanisms remain concealed beneath our crimson robes. Not a superstition.
Yeah, there was like no good like respectful answer there. I want to see your augmentations immediately after he's like, we do not show our augmentations to people except for, you know, the most base ones. An interesting superstition. Obviously, he's not going to like that. And then the last one was like, you're defiling sacred human flesh, which is, you know, an accusation that he's also not going to appreciate. Why did you mention Mars?
That is where the cult of the Omnissiah originated, and where we were granted the first revelations. Many millennia ago, we made an alliance with the Emperor of Terra, and have served the Imperium ever since, paying a tribute of machinery, weapons, and void ships. Everything that bears the blessed seal of machinery comes from our hands, and it is we who make sure the operating rituals are performed as they were meant to. We are everywhere. We are the Mars-forged steel bars that give the Imperium of the Omnissiah manifests itself in this world. This is why the uninitiated may only be allowed to touch the most vulgar and mundane of its instances. We, on the other hand, are authorized to use the sacred catechism of maintenance and operation.
They turned IT into a religion.
Although there is another reason to deny lay people the sacrament of knowledge, it can be dangerous. Twisted by renegades, the Omnissiah's wisdom is called heretic, and the exposure to it may corrupt the uninitiated. Another danger is knowledge, strangely interpreted and inscrutably twisted by the minds of Xenos. This bane is called xenotech. This statement is true. This electu indicates that I am a Magos, who has mastered the sacraments of many spheres of knowledge, and has the right to conduct services in a forged cathedral.
That tells me fucking nothing. Do you hold a high position in your fraternity? I can conduct services in a cathedral. I asked question A, you answered question D. Like, what the fuck?
Partially true. I had a voice modulator implanted alongside the respiratory purification module, but there is an additional reason. Gothic is not my first language. I'm used to thinking and making statements in lingua technis. The binaric language is more informative, more ergonomic, and less prone to misinterpretation.
Answering like a politician, not an engineer. Yeah. Alright.
Acknowledged.
Thank God.
May your
We're done! We're done with the fucking... the speakings. Now we could do the freight line. I kind of want to do this. Yeah. I'm curious what happens now that we've maxed out everybody's level. Like I know that we haven't maxed out everybody's level, but we have finished that particular circle. We can no longer level up in that class. And I'm looking forward to the next level up because I'm curious how all that shit looks and what new stuff we can get. Welcome to Freight Hub, whatever the fuck, Lord Captain. I am Edek Frenso, Captain of the Enforcers and Lower Deck Bays, whatever the fuck. The Master at Arms has assigned me to be your liaison for the duration of your stay here. Augmented jaw, stands at attention, very tired, voices loud and spirited. Gotcha. Lord Captain, would you like to inspect the control room or to begin your search for the Temple of the Bloodspun Web? How did you guys know I was coming now? The Master of Arms ordered us to be on standby after the Bloodspun Web openly invited you to visit their temple. We've been awaiting your arrival every day since then. Is that why he's fucked up and super tired? Is because he's been waiting for me to come down here for days now? As you will, Lord Captain. Still, out of concern for your safety, I must warn you that you should avoid the furthest sections of the bay. They are ridden with diseases, and the locals can be particularly unpleasant to deal with. With the kind of riffraff that dwells there, you might even be attacked. Those ghastly places you describe. We're not headed there, are we? Maybe. To put it bluntly, although the bay performs its functions well, Even its more civilized sections are sorely lacking in discipline. I was only assigned recently, so I haven't had the time to straighten everything up, since doing so will require making some serious changes. I am not inventing excuses, Lord Captain. As the officer in charge, I accept full responsibility for what takes place in this compartment. But in that case, I urge you to remain vigilant. The freight trains move at great speeds, and the inhabitants of the residential units are despicable rabble. One must never drop one's guards around them, and Emperor preserve you from stumbling into the pestilence pit. That's where the madmen and the lepers live. Yeah, so they have. That is correct. The enforcers do not bar them from carrying out their sacred duties. As irregular as it is to have armed crew members set up a secret hideout forbidden to the enforcers, and that they could go around dispensing bloody justice. I see. Tell me about the station. Connects the lower decks freight, residential, and artillery bays. Our task is to that's a fucking wild. That is a wild combination of things. Our task is to monitor the flow of the labor force and prevent supply disruption between bays. Who maintains this hub? Traffic controllers. They're technomads trained by priests of the machine cult to keep the sacred cogitators in working order and prevent train collisions. The consequences of an accident like that would be easy to imagine, especially if one of the trains were carrying macro cannon ordnance. Yep. Also played here are an enforcer squad, a team of inferni, the clerks who keep cargo records, and a medicae officer. A fine chap whose medicine is choice is a bullet. May the god emperor forgive him. Jesus. What's the situation? Most of the locals unload trains and sort provisions. We give maintenance jobs to the more capable, as the rest are reserve workforce. Whatever crew are lost on a deck, we find replacements from among those rats. And if extra hands are needed anywhere else, there are always more than enough volunteers eager to work for rations. They even queue for jobs. This is true. Usually higher class ships are the ones that get trains, but it's far from the greatest thing a rogue trader's warrant can see done. The credit here goes to Lady Theodora's predecessor, on whose orders the Adeptus Mechanicus assisted in birthing this miracle of sacred engineering from the womb of the dynasty's flagship. Causing no problems? Our base in nature and mutiny is always on their minds. They steal whatever they can get their hands on, and lately they've moved from rations and tinned food to weapons. We confiscate these regularly, of course, and keep the serfs meek and terrified. That's the only way we can protect the mindless herd from themselves. Oh, another thing the bastards do on a regular basis is build their shacks in front of service tunnel entrances. That has delayed the arrival of Infernus brigades during several emergencies and caused air and power supply problems in adjacent bays. We burned the saboteurs along with their shacks, but they just keep pressing on regardless. To the best of my knowledge, being paranoid is practically a requirement in our line of work. In any case, the rabble are always plotting. Take my word for it. I've learned enough. Be steadfast. Pharaoh Overseer takes note of everyone who passes by it. Okay. Gotcha. Understood. Items. Cargo. Technomats are performing a sensing right to the sacred power transformer, but the machine spirits are running rampant and will not be swayed. Oh, get good, scrubs. Magos Ionis, the 9, Architect of Freight Hub. Okay. The dashboard controlling the rail junctions is lit up with indicator lumens and active hubs, stuff and things. Three times right before the road trader came. Void take me, the captain will have our heads. No, this is normal. Gives the road trader, whoever at the end of this, to leave us this polysymbol. Sort of symbol before, death cultists carve bleeding marks like this onto their own skin. Dom and Terry, remember this site is the beginning of your quest, the first blood trail. Resembles one of the symbols associated with the blood-spun web. What was it called again? The Song of Trailing Blood, I think. It's a prayer familiar to many in this compartment. We've heard spinners say it when they, well, perform their signature acts of service. Why? Yeah, why did you... When I took up my post here, I made sure to familiarize myself with all the particular qualities of this compartment. Soon heard about the verse and decided to investigate. I questioned a number of people who followed the blood-spun web as I was trying to figure out if there was anything pernicious about it. And eventually I learned the whole thing. The words are certainly strange, but it's nothing worse than that, it seems. From what I can tell, it's somehow like a prayer with several verses that tell about the life of one of the cult's saints, Ariane, or the matriarch spider, as they call her. Okay. Hope you find what you're looking for and return to the upper deck safely. Okay. Okay, I'm so glad that it fucking did that, because I had a feeling that that particular verse was going to be important.
Avoid coming here. But how can one live aboard the flagship only to turn one's back on the core that gives it life?
This core can just as easily take a life too. Especially if someone around here takes a fancy to your boots.
Yep. Less of the hub's files for this work cycle. Do you have any idea how much it costs? There are 57 ration cards. That's all I've got, I swear. Spent the rest on Rocket again, I'm guessing. I'm not doing you any more favors. Give up the drink or get used to life in the pestilence pit. Well, sucks to be you, dude. Yo.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Let's go. Medkits. Medkits are always useful. Riding against someone unfortunate enough to be flattened by a train glistening on the track. Oh, yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. You know, most of the time what I would do is I would recommend to not be on train tracks. Just ever. Oh. Next level, you pick a new class. Sorry about missing that message for that long. Jesus. When you stare at the mark, the quieter the sounds of the station become. The shadows grow longer. What the fuck? The shadows grow longer and seem to stretch in the direction of the adjacent section. What the fuck? That's a wild thing. Mercy, please save me, the young man gasps for air through burnt lips slipping in and out of delirium. His skin is dripping from his gaunt body like melted wax from a can. Jesus. Vale, a cleaner. I was in my house asleep and forces came, set fire to it. I didn't make it out in time. Thank you for not leaving me here. When the Undying One is ready to accept a soul, it must be sent forth, and so will it be freed from the torment of the flesh. Yet you have chosen to prolong this one's suffering. Your intentions perplex me. The spinner came, he painted the symbol, then he gave me water and whispered a strange verse. He told me to memorize it and to recite it later, so that help would come. And here you are. Then I should... So, thank you for that. And, oh, so there's... Oh, shit! This is, like, actually not a guaranteed athletics check. Alright, Abelard. I have faith. Let's go. Hard scrap of parchment. Hold up. Then past the marketplace, make sure the enforcer don't see you or you'll ruin the entire operation. On the tracks behind something, you'll find something's a little gift. You'll find there's a little gift for someone. Give it to him and you'll see for yourself. Interesting. And also a stack of ration cards. The workers, beaten to within an inch of their lives, are returning stolen power panels, wire, and micro stuffs. Oh, you're here. Interesting. Really? Also not guaranteed, despite having, like, insanely high fucking skills on these. Alright. The time-worn loader is barely fit for purpose at this point, but the enforcers still see its complex maintenance as the lesser evil compared to hiring ignorant, clumsy scroungers to do the job. Or we could just, like, buy a new one. Or Captain, what an unexpected encounter. What brings you to this compartment? The famous cuisine and magnificent vistas, no doubt. I seek the blood-spun webs temple. Don't have the foggiest idea. That's probably for the best. I have my hands full of it. And what are you doing here? Put up Savage, locomotive number 3, under the tech priest supervision. Oh, patch up Savage. Old Grump is my personal favorite on the entire freight line. Every couple of years, Savage gets mad, his boiler catches fire, and starts spitting steam at the repairman. Guess who they call to take care of him in these situations? The Inferni, of course. And after I've done all the most dangerous work, that's when the iron brains come out. But it's all right. I love Savage. He's in a good mood. The feeling you get standing at his levers and speeding down the freight line is indescribable. I envy those tech priest drivers who get to operate him every day. The roar of the boiler, the wheels slipping like mad, and all the furious power pulsing in your hands. Finding the slightest movement. How about I introduce you? Sure. Why not? Panel before you discover the technical runes, lumens. Oh, just the light source. Levers. Platform shakes with the boiler's mighty vibration. Alright. He is angry and refuses to obey. Right now, Savage is powered only by the auxiliary maneuvering engine. We will need to start the main rotor if we want to take the trip. Okay. What should I do? Put your hand on the big lever and gently give it a pull, very gently. That was just not like being hassled. Strange feeling of emptiness in your stomach. Savage's fiery heart is stirring. You feel it? There's so much energy and defiance in him. This is a rocket, not a locomotive. Unruly and enamored with speed, but quite willing to submit to a strong hand. Pull the level towards you smoothly but firmly, then pump the fuel with this command rune. Alright. I'm not flirting with Heinrich. Not to kill us both. His tech priest guardians will be pleased. Hooray, we did it. All hail the Lord Captain. You have subdued a mighty beast today. Now I'm sure you have urgent business to attend to. It's time for me to drive Savage down the line and see if he's feeling cranky. Should I go down the ferry line? Have a good trip. So we've already opened that door. Oh, we came down here. Oh, this isn't just... Oh, okay. Come up here. This is a different section. Oh, yeah. We've already talked about this. Flute player. Watch the game. Oh, man, they did stuff with these. Obey its master's wordless commands with uncanny precision. The notes, the pauses, the rhythm, every part of the melody. Fine show. Many a grand story of the Lord Captain's generosity is told, and I swear on my own fleet today I will add another. The fortune peddler, the Lord Captain's grace is a gift from fate itself. Playing the rules. On this board, you play with fate. Choose a ball and give it to Bolts, my rat. If she rolls your ball into the pocket marked in red within 3 minutes, you win. If she doesn't, you lose. It's simple. Almost manages to get the ball into the hole, but Charlie changes direction right at the last moment. Then it happens again and again. Last, the ball hits a dead end, signifying your defeat. Alright, time to cheat. The raises flute, and the rat dives onto the board. You hear clawed feet scrambling against the crate. A few minutes later, a green ball pops out of the center. Adding your own rhythm to the tune, the rat scrambles in confusion, mistaking your commands for those of its master. It starts rolling the ball towards the goal. When the ball drops into the red hole, a few impressed whistles come from the crowd, and the flute player laughs heartily. Cleverly done, your lordship. Well, I had no doubt that you would be a worthy opponent, and your strategy, I think I'll keep it in mind for my future games. For the entertainment. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed yourself. Who are you? I'm but one of many, a voice in the crowd, curious-looking flute. Alright, I'm done. Terry, I'm most curious to know what he's really doing here. I will have him monitored. Wait. Is there... So this is a return trip. It looks like. Or, wait, hold the fuck up. Let's not rush ahead like that. That's how you get into combat. Judging by the merchant's round, well-fed face, the rusty junk laid down on the counter is merely a smoke screen for the more valuable. And likely illegal goods that are now hidden from idle glances. Gotcha. Yep, I was about to say, I see that open fucking grate there. What is happening here? How many times do I need to tell you ungrateful magic mistakes must be paid for? Have mercy in the throne's name, I beg you. Horse's heavy baton pummels the man's back and shoulders several times. His bones crack audibly. Discontent. I intend to hear this man out. Your lordship, I work hard, never even take breaks to rest. And all I earn is 7 ration cards with 15 miles to feed back home. The enforcers shake me down every shift, just like they do every other honest hard worker who Enough whining. You and your pals lifted a box of Nutribars a few watches ago, 2 canisters of water before that. I didn't beat the life out of you because I took pity on you, and this is the thanks I get. You quarantined the hub for 20 watches and refused to give out rations if we didn't have cards. Cards we had no way to earn. And today you earned 50 cards in a single shift because you do the work of 3 people, right? Or did you take your pals to a dark corner somewhere, do them in, and take their share? Am I to understand that enforcers are appropriating earnings from workers after their shifts? We appropriate nothing, we just monitor and redistribute. Mutters gloomily. The rabble are a lying and thieving lot. We have instructions to stay alert for people holding more than the standard amount of ration cards to prevent supply embezzlement and famine. They do take our cards, your lordship, and then grow fat using them for themselves. Worker's eyes squeeze shut tightly as he whispers his accusations. He seems unable to believe his stroke of luck. The onlooking workers bellow triumphantly and point at the enforcers, praising Lord Captain. A solid, red-bearded man with keen black eyes draws your attention. His oddly piercing gaze seems to size you up while the whole time you were speaking, and now you have hastened... But now he has hastened to conceal himself behind the gawkers. The next thing you know, you are watching him hurry deeper into the tunnels. May the God Emperor protect you and all of House Von Valancius, Lord Captain. Oh, I was expecting something else to happen. All right. Hooray, we did it. Cargo, let's go. What is this? Oh, interesting. Okay. And athletics 40%. Jesus.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Yep. More stuff. More ration cards, too. Ah, damn it. If gained outside of combat visits the void. I'm on the void ship, you fucks. Visit the bridge. Oh, I know. I know that that's what it means when it says that, but it's like, God damn it.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Shrine of some kind. Anything to do here? No? Okay. Alright, so what's going on down here? So we have... Today's bulkhead is marred by traces of gunfire and rust-colored stains from old blood that was never properly washed off. During each shift, railroad hubs direct thousands of containers carrying the rogue trader's cargo to various destination compartments. Damn it! Why is it only 35? Oh, because Abelard's fatigued. Okay. Hello, power pick. Someone has sketched a hasty portrait of a worker with a red scarf over his face. The artwork still reeks of chemical pigment. Judging by the layer of why is this flaked off paint, it has been removed several times already. Interesting. Oh wait, we can talk to this man? What you got? Who are you? No, don't make noise. They shot everyone. Please don't tell them. Alright, what happens in here? What is... Oh, we already did that, I guess. And then we have this door over here, which we haven't opened yet. Thief leader, who are you? There's not supposed to be anyone here. Ah, it doesn't matter. Identify yourself. Take a closer look at suspicious individuals' abilities. Makeshift armor peeks out from beneath their ragged clothes. Their battered weapons display a patchwork of crude repairs. The group stares longingly at the rack where the good plasteel gleams, restlessly clutching their humble weapons. That the little finger of every person's right hand has been cut off, it is hardly a coincidence. People turn to stare at you in disbelief and exchange heated whispers. The excitement is... What you got? Hurry up, Benjamin is right about. Your lordship, you must excuse these blockheads. I was taken aback myself. It's not every day you see the rogue trader in the flesh. As for this, I won't insult you by denying it. You caught us red-handed. Tell me why I shouldn't execute you. But who would take our place? Shameless scum who rob and kill to their heart's content, bastards who accept mutants into their gangs and pray to the archenemy. There have always been outlaws on this ship. You're better off with outlaws like us who don't go too far and who keep the heretics down. The Hard Nines, a gang, a brotherhood from the Transport Bay 9. Don't think we're parasites. We do our bit for the prosperity of the ship. We're sort of assistants to the enforcers, self-appointed. We make sure that order is maintained in compartments where the enforcers are too lazy or greedy for bribes. We put a stop to robbery and free thinking, and, well, we accept a small contribution as a show of thanks. Oops. Frenzo, the newly appointed captain, had our informant strung up. He's tightening the screws, damn it. We can barely breathe. Today's the last time we'll come to pick over this compartment. Their gang's initiation rite, a fine tradition. By voluntarily removing a finger, the newcomers show their determination and willingness to join us forever. It's also a badge of honor. Why do you want my weapons? To do business. We're no rebels. If anyone blasphemes against your lordship, we call the troublemakers to order, and we shed blood for the flagship without fear. I suppose that makes us defenders of the ship. It could be useful. That boy's Lord Captain himself is expecting good things from us. We can't let him down. We will fulfill your command to the letter. left. They left the fucking... They left weapons. What the hell?
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
I'm assuming that if you don't allow them to take the stuff, that there's more weapons in that one loot spot. Okay, so now we go here. Continuing middle-aged man watches the bustle of the bay with a detached expression. Every so often, whenever his eyes linger on the blood marks inscribed nearby, his face changes strangely and his hands clench into fists. What? I didn't. It's almost falls, manages. I'm registering these units' intention to use the trade tracks for purposes other than those intended by their design. I categorically demand that the unit's self-disposal be carried out using methods that do not violate the catechism of maintenance and operate. Jesus. Scars all vary in length, width, depth, and shape. However, you notice a pattern in the way the scars are aligned, as well as a series of faded symbols on the main skin. Death cultists bear similar marks on their bodies, constantly renewing their wounds, while this man's look long since healed. It's a symbol of the blood-spun web. I come here every watch, but it hasn't been here before now. I guess today must be a special day. If you come to take me to the other side. I do not know you. Death's gaze is not upon you. But then why is it here? Are you a spinner? I failed to complete my final assignment, so I was exiled from the cult. The Vizier told me to kill one who would be at a certain junction of the utility tunnels at a certain hour. I went to the appointed spot, then I waited an hour, 5. The junction was still empty. Nobody came. After hours of waiting, I finally realized the person at the junction had been me the whole time. It was my turn to go to the Undying One, but I was afraid. I couldn't do my duty. I ran. There was no pursuit. I thought I'd see their black blades the very next day, but instead, years passed without them taking my heart. I tried starting a new life, but the terror never stopped eating away at me. When I got truly desperate, I went to the Temple of Death myself. But no one there would speak to me. When I gave them my name, they just whispered, "Sibreed is God to the Undying One." They looked through me like I wasn't even there. I've lived like this for 20 years, like a coward, like a dead man. Some would choose to leave the righteous path. These earn penance in due time. Her whipping. The Vizier recited it to me before sending me on my final assignment. I didn't realize at the time it was my judgment. I saw death. I offered him the souls of the most pleasing men and women I could find because it kindled my passions. I killed well-off crewmen who didn't deserve their will. I took their thrones. I killed enforcers who looked in my eyes without fear because I wanted to be feared. I reveled in bloodshed. I betrayed the tenants. I realized it, but I couldn't help it because I enjoyed it. No, I've been afraid to touch my own knife since that day. Thought it might just stab me on its own, but the temptation is always there. Do not sound particularly remorseful. I've spent years in remorse. I'm tired of it. Kick him. Yeah, the kick. Yes. I was hoping for the Sparta kick. Truly, it is better to die for him than to live for yourself. This he forgot. Hell yeah. Love it. Love the fucking Spartan kick. Okay, now where the hell do I go? Come back here. This doesn't do anything, though. Although I guess I could go over here. But this is where we were before, wasn't it? Yeah, there's the... Yeah, this is where the Infernus guy was. Can't remember his name right now. Wait. Was this here before? No, I couldn't go here before. Oh, okay. We worked hard. I helped out a friend with the loading, and he gave me some cards. Take them and exchange them for new shoes. Yours are all worn out. Already made your bed for you, so once we've eaten, go rest the little ones that I... You could go there before? Really? That's cute. That looks gross. What the hell is this? What the fuck? Why is there just a temple to a green version of Ivanhoe's here? Like, what the fuck is this? Plus 12 damage and plus 20% armor pen? Jesus. Person that just vanished into this. By the way, that's a thing that just happened. Shreds of rat carcasses and yellow-green moss stew in the cloudy sludge along with... other unidentifiable ingredients. Hooray! That sounds so good.
Let us walk this path to the end.
The day the Lord Captain wandered into our slum will be remembered in legends. Locals and the forces call me the foreman. I have no other name. You might say I'm in charge here in this hole of a place. Shaggy red beard and the keen black eyes is the man who was watching you during the encounter. Near the marketplace. Watching one of my workers take a beating, I feel sorry for the lad, but there was nothing I could do. Stuck my neck out in the past, not doing it again. They toil day in and day out for the glory of the ship. The rest of the time, they do their best to survive, faced with hunger. The more deranged of the enforcers, void, leprosy, fires, floods, noxious fumes. Jesus. In a word, it's a decent enough life. If you work, you survive. If you freeload, you also survive, if you're clever. Well, if the God Emperor wills it. Believe it or not, this soup made from mold slime and technical drained water has been simmering here in this vat for at least 200 years. Lord Captain, you just helped some good families survive. I'll divide the cards among them. Be sure to tell them it was your lordship who did it. Speak the blood and webs. Temple the cultists don't let people like me in on their rights and mysteries. I'm grateful for them for their service to the God Emperor, but to be honest, I can't get behind their love of death. Too fond of living. Fair enough. I'm not eating that. Did not move during their turn or became or knock prone, they gain temporary wounds equal to 8. If the wearer has conviction, iconoclast, all their allies immediately gain this number. Oh. Wait, where? Oh, 10 plus 10 to commerce and lore Imperium. So I'm the only lore Imperium person that we have. We have a better commerce person. Is this better? Well, I don't have conviction yet, right? Wait, where's conviction? What? Wait, what? What do you mean if they have conviction iconoclast? What does that even mean? If you have conviction iconoclast. It means if you have iconoclast 1 or higher. Okay. I was gonna say, like, what the fuck does that even mean? Alright. So we do have conviction iconoclast. Who also has iconoclast? So he also does. Wait, what? So what is this scale off of? Maximum movement points. Gotcha. So who all? So she does not. He does not, obviously. He does not, obviously. He does not, obviously. Okay. So it's literally just me or Abelard. You know what? I will do this.
Know your duty.
Lush yellow-green moss covers the walls of the slum, seeming to especially favor the warm stuff and things. Ooh, we only got a 55 if I do that. Of course I accidentally go the way again. Yep. What? Oh, it's down there. Fuck. Oh, Jesus. Well, we got there. %10 more damage to Xenos and demons. If the wearer has conviction dogmatic, this bonus is doubled. Oh, no, we don't want to send that to cargo. That's actually quite good. Even in the places dismal as this, people have managed to set up a small altar at which to pray. It is maintained fairly well, basically.
Reclaim what is rightfully ours.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Wait, I didn't even need to make the fucking check? Oh. Actually, not that big a deal. Alright. Longer you stay at the mark, the quieter the sounds of the station. Blood mixed with milk. It should be a foreboding sight, but then why do I feel so calm? Because these are allies? You know these people? That's because of a terrible crash on monorail half a century ago is still affecting the efficiency of this stretch of the railway. I thought that that was... What? Oh, it's trapped. Hooray! Give our gift to the ones who sees nothing but hears everything. Then the truth will be revealed. Who sees nothing but hears everything. We need like a blind man. Decaying bodies creeps through your throat and lungs, forming a sticky film lining your airways. Fun? What's that thing the death cultists say? Your time has come or what have you? Like a blind man, yeah. What did I do? Alright, well, we will deal with that in just a moment. First, we must loot.
I do what I must.
Have I spoken to the blind man? I don't know. Is there a guy literally labeled as blind man? Hey, Philemon, what's up, my dude? Oh, hey, it's the return spot.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
For what crime did you kill this man? The crime of wealth. That dead bastard had rations and fuel cells. We'll trade them for porridge. right. I was looking for a fight anyway. Been too long. Oh, there's these guys back here too. Oh, and these guys over here? Okay. You know what? Put you here. Abelard. Actually, I'll put you back here. You can go here. You I'll bring over here because I kind of want to use you. Well, it looks like there's only one. Ah! Actually, we can put you here, and then I can just hit these guys with the... Well... Oh, never mind. They're going to move really quick. Back by the gruel. Okay, so I'll just have to... Okay. So they're going to run this way. So I do actually... Okay, so at that point, I do want to have him over here. Heinrix, we can pull here. And then Cabela, we can leave. I mean, on the other hand, do I really want Cabela to be back here where she can't really do that much? Because she'll be able to kill these three really quickly. Or I could send her here. Alright, so yeah, Pasqal, we could have him deal with these three.
Chaos guides me. I serve the ruinous powers.
What is this?
I cannot serve you in this way. I would.
Oh,
that
shit, I can't jump here? I thought... Today I learned you can't jump into the square that you're already in. What does this do again? Oh, yeah, that's right. We could put that on Abelard.
This goes against the tenets.
To non-believers. Out of my
Surprising that he was able to get through. How's the fight against here? We're doing good. This is our first actual combat of the day. So, I can never remember what the fuck. Could just also give him a fucking extra turn. All right, so let's take a look. Holy shit, suddenly it's 7 more damage? Jesus. Don't want to do that. Oh, wait. Would I be able to do that from up here? No. Watch some more on my phone, BRB. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright, so we don't want to do that. It's actually a little bit surprising how little damage I'm doing here. I kind of was expecting more. Abelard. I wouldn't be able to do that. Okay, so we can run here. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. All right, and then we could do this. Ooh, okay. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. I think that's fine. Heinrix. Okay, so how do we want to deal with you?
I won't object to it.
Ah, nice. Wait, why can I not use this? Why can I not use this? Excuse me, I feel like this is bullshit. Because I'm in melee range? Really? It just removes the opportunity at all? I thought you would just, like, provoke attacks of opportunity or something. That's kind of wild. Alright, well.
Suffering is part of the trial.
Yeah, you're right.
Running by Nerek.
But not by much.
I'm so glad I got the talent that makes it so that I don't damage my own people for that. Makes it so much nicer. All right, so Cabela is going to come up here. She's going to jump here. All right. No way I can't reach it. No way I can't reach it. I hate it here. Wait a second. That's what I fucking thought.
I will leave footprints of scarlet.
So it doesn't actually get rid of everything. Because it did not get rid of... It did not get rid of her stacks of whatever the fuck it was called. I can't remember now. So that's just a lie. Wait, so this ability just lies to you. Because it does not remove all negative effects from the target. It doesn't do that. It doesn't even remove all temporary negative effects. Dude, that sucks. That sucks. Removes negative effects so you can play that death isn't a negative effect? Well, no. Because I'm not even talking about death. I'm talking about the stacks of shortness of breath that she had. It's not even like... Yeah, it was this. It was the stacks of this that it didn't remove. I wasn't even talking about it not removing the fatigued that I got on here. That's like you have to go back to your fucking... I have to go back to very specifically the bridge of my ship. Like, this is a temporary effect that just runs out after a couple of rounds or once combat is over. And it didn't even remove that. Like, this is a very broad statement. And, like, yes, if there was an ability in Wrath that said removes negative effects and it didn't remove Death's Door, I'm not saying bring somebody back from dead. But if it didn't remove Death's Door and it says that it removes all negative effects, I would be pissed about that. Because that's a lie. That's just straight up untrue. Because Death's Door is a negative effect that is not just your character is dead. That's annoying. That's annoying as hell. That's up for the rest of combat effect, isn't it? Let's take a look at it again, just so that I'm not lying. Oh wait, no, it's not Blade Dance, it's Death from Above. Death from Above, Shortness of Breath. Oh, fuck. Until the start of their next turn. So... until the start of their next turn... that is a temporary effect. That's bullshit. I'm sorry, but that's bullshit. Like, obviously it didn't matter effectively in this particular fight. That's the class nerf. Yeah. But like, in the last patch to restrict Blade Dancers, then maybe it's just like an unintended thing or something like that. But yeah, the fact that this says all negative effects, and honestly, considering the fact that it says all negative effects, it should remove even permanent negative effects like fatigued. Because it says that it removes all negative effects. If it doesn't remove all negative effects, then they need to specify which ones it fucking works. Like, next time I will just try it on one of these guys. I kind of wish that I hadn't. What are you? At the end of the wearer's turn, they gain temporary wounds equal to the amount of collision damage inflicted. Oh, that's useless. Like, I am hoping that, should I just go back to the... let's just run back here and do this real quick. Because you said that there was a guy specifically called the Blind Man there. Oh, yeah. Oh, blindfolded old man. The creak of your well-made soles against the metal is pleasing to the ear. You walk with confidence. You have everything you need. Don't take anything from this old man who has nothing. Is it really you, your gracious Lord? We know you well. Your charity gets us through the day, and we pray for you always. But what are you doing down in this? Please hurry away before they know you're here. They are plotting something terrible. This crate, where they hide there. Going right down the shitter, folks. We're gonna have to make some noise. Well, I get another chance to do the thing. Oh, Jesus. All right. Oh, and because it's an ambush, okay. Well, honestly. Okay, so the foreman's on our side, which is good. If I just do... ooh, that could just kill all of them. My God. Cassie is gonna just murder 80% of these people. Like, look at this. This is a wild fucking move right here. Well, there was an achievement. Kill 5 enemies with 1 attack. All right. Now, Abelard. Heinrix. Where's Abelard? Abelard, there we go. Does this would actually work as written? Because it should. Like, just because I've stated on multiple occasions that they're like, that doesn't mean that I should just like fucking pick things at random because I can't trust tooltips. Let's see. Does it remove fatigued?
I'll paint your death in
It does. So it removes fatigued, but it doesn't remove. Okay, so then. Okay, wait. So then it is just a bug for this. Okay. I'm okay with this then. It should remove traumas. Yeah, that's... And if that's the case, then that's really good.
That's not the Seneschal's job.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Target well struck.
Well, I mean, I probably should have just done this on Abelard anyway.
Do not dare ask.
Oh, I can't. Maybe Heinrix then? Probably.
I can't stand it!
Here we go.
All right, so we got this guy here, this guy here, this guy here. That's it. First off, oh no, wait, we got these two as well. Well, that's unfortunate. Cassie's already gone.
Running by now. High momentum.
Nice. That would guarantee a kill on this guy too. All right, Abelard.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. Someone else can do this.
Oh shit. I didn't actually mean to do that. I did not mean to end my turn there. That's unfortunate. Damn. So if I charge first, Wait, why can I not? So I can walk through this, but I can't charge through this? Why? Oh, because Heinrich's here. Shit. Alright. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. Well. Hooray! Hey, and our level up. Hell yeah. Yeah, there's no other. Yeah, exactly. You're right. Lord Captain, those cutthroats did hurt you, I hope. The man's prosthetic leg has been shot and he carries his weight awkwardly. What in the throne's name was that? I'm not sure. Perhaps those freeloaders believed in the tales of Nemesite. As it happens, I've complained to that the Captain Frenzo about some idiots who've been painting pictures on the walls, inciting people, and what did he say? I've got everything under control. Had I known it would come to this, I would have nabbed those sods and thrown them into the pestilence pit myself. Now we'll be pestered by enforcers to no end, void damn it all. Who is Nemesite? Just a story, there's this chap they say wanders the lower decks helping the poor who can't earn a living for themselves, standing up to the officers and enforcers in defense of the weak, except he's just a story and nothing more. He'll certainly hear you out and not. He grins and indicates his broken ribs. Jesus. All right. We leveled up. Let's go. Stolen autocannon. Well, master of identifying the slightest vulnerabilities to key targets, dispatching them by any means necessary. Core focus, high damage, dodge, and dodge reduction. Threat elimination, hit and run. Methodical killers who leave trails of dead bodies in their wake. A bounty hunter chooses their next target before the previous one is even realized instead. Core focus, critical hits, defiant defense reduction, killing key targets, repositioning. They mark any enemy in combat as prey. Whenever the bounty hunter kills a target marked as prey, they gain a stackable bonus until the end of combat. The bonus depends on the enemy difficulty tier. Critical damage. Ooh. 2 times critical hit chance until they be both. If you okay. Simultaneously make several attacks. The number of the attacks is equal to the number of prey in combat. The attacks are equally divided among all prey in the bounty hunter's line of sight. The attacks always hit and always score critical hits. Party buff dispensers? Oh, really? Oh, that's desperate measures. Single opening. Uh-oh. I just unplugged my headphones. Uh-oh. There we go. Sees a single opening for each enemy. Whenever the assassin hits an opening, excluding overpenetration, they deal an additional 10% of the target's max. Oh, wait. That's quite good, because that's just based on, like, if we're talking about, like, boss monsters, that's crazy good, because that's just 10% of their health. Not so much good against weaker enemies, though. After an attack, the opening... Oh, okay. I don't like that. So this means that assassins are really good at melee, not as snipers. 50% more damage. It also deals an additional damage equal to 25% of the target's missing wounds. They're the best sniper, but like the whole fucking ability, like the dispatch thing or the seek the opening thing requires you to be able to move to different sides of the enemy. All enemies around them. Damage over time, melee damage, negative effects, crowd control, large numbers of wounds. Hitting an opening is just additional damage, and it can scale with how much lethality you have, so the damage just gets bigger for each attack. The assassin's dodge, dodge reduction, armor pen, and parry reduction are doubled for this attack. Stacking damage amps on top of your damage amps. Yeah. And as I was saying, like, I was talking about how this is not that big a deal for smaller enemies, which is most enemies. I guess that's true. Okay, so this is the full 20 levels. Oh, yeah, duh, because it goes from fucking 16 to 36. Check out some of the class talents, too. Okay, so let's take a look. Assassin makes an attack that does not count toward the limit of attacks per turn. I can just choose to do this. Deals only 25% of the assassin's usual damage. If the attack is successful, the target suffers the hemorrhage effect. All right, what does that do? Lethality over 10. What the fuck does that mean? Equal to dodge or dodge reduction, whichever is higher. Oh. Okay, elusive shadow becomes the lowest priority target for enemy attacks and gains the elusive effect with less. Not move through enemies against plus 3% dodge and 6% dodge reduction. Their attacks deal 10% more damage. Partial cover provides the assassin with 50% cover efficiency. Interesting. Causes bleed, but it's useful for triggering on-hit things without wasting your main attack. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, just having an extra attack is just, like, insanely good. Makes an enemy suffer 6% armor and 6% deflection reduction until the end of the assassin's turn. If there's only one enemy adjacent to them, also gain 6% dodge. If there are no enemies, they get 14% dodge reduction until their next turn. Which all of this stacks lethality. That is a straight line for up to 2 cells, suffering 3. -3 damage. Gaining +6 dodge against the enemies they dash through until the next assassin's turn. Until the assassin's next turn, right? Not until the next assassin's turn, because that, if that's true, then if you have 2 assassins, you're cutting your fucking bonus from this in half, duration-wise. Does not stack with itself after the first use. The assassin can use ability good. Oh shit! I just realized what time it is. Assassin single target. Are we gonna start next? Are we gonna start tomorrow with leveling up again? Because Like, especially since I'm getting into an entirely new set of fucking classes, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this. Gain plus 40% dodge to the target of this attack. If this attack hits, it deals an additional 28 rounded down damage. What is that fucking... lethality over 5? Of course you are, always. Yeah, it's like every fucking... This will be the third or fourth in a row. Killing edge is the main damage move. I'm looking at it, I'm like, this is like crazy. This is wild. Especially for only 1 AP. That scales on lethality. Yeah. So, wait. Okay, so, like, for this right here. Make it count as Deadeye shot? Nice. So, I've already seen a combo here. Right? One of the assassin attacks an enemy that is at full wounds, the assassin gains 20% dodge and dodge reduction. So, that's an extra 20 lethality. So, we Death Whisper. We Death Whisper, right? An enemy with full health. Get an extra 20% lethality, and then Killing Edge. For a major damage boost. That's kind of wild. All right, so what does this do? Cannot miss, deals 50% more damage. Oh, yeah, that's Dispatch. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Half of its current armor and deflection. Deals additional damage equal to 45% instead of 25%. Kills the target. All enemies with a 3-cell radius around the target gain +2 stacks to the disturbed effect. What is disturbed? Besides a pretty damn good band. -10 penalty to fellowship and willpower. Not that big a deal. This becomes staggered though, so that's pretty good. -20 to... yeah, all that shit. Yeah. I feel like it's these two. I think these two are probably the best two. I feel like this is probably the best one because it boosts everybody's damage. So I feel like on this level I would get this one, and then on this level here I would get this one, right? Okay. We're going to do that. And I think we are going to call it here. We will do the rest of these guys. I don't want to do them now because, you know. Hey, we get a second tier archetype. Let's go. I don't want to do them right now because we only have 5 minutes left, and it's going to take way more than 5 minutes to level everybody up. Like I said, especially since I'm not sure about all the new archetypes that we're about to look at. Because I haven't looked at any of them ever. Except for the ones that we just looked at. So, and I also don't know if everybody has the same archetypes. Like, I don't know if a warrior has the same secondary archetypes as an operative and yada yada. But anyway, I think we're gonna call it here. We have one character leveled up. We will finish the leveling up tomorrow. Wait, did I do Oh, I didn't do this. Here, we can do this real quick. Did I fail it? I did fail it. Nope. I'm not allowing it. I'm not allowing it. We will know about this single crate. This will be the last thing that we do. But while I do this... Hey, there we go. These crates are typically used to transport weapons. Ward away markings, making it possible to determine where the shipment came from, and the scuff surface indicates the crates have been moved frequently. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna go, because I gotta go get ready for work. But, as we always do, gonna do the recap, or the plans for the next week and all that. So, tomorrow, we're gonna be back doing more of this. Start by finishing up leveling up the rest of the party, and then we will continue onwards. Maybe someday we will actually leave and do chapter 2, but you know, we'll get there when we get there. No stream Sunday or Monday as always. Tuesday we will be continuing the Venonat solo run. Wednesday we are starting Devil May Cry 2. I have heard nothing but good things about Devil May Cry 2. It's definitely not considered the worst of the entire series. And I'm looking forward to it. I've heard something about helicopters. That is literally all I know about Devil May Cry 2, is apparently there is a helicopter that is infamous. But yeah. Yeah, so that'll be next Wednesday. Next Thursday, no stream as always. Next Friday, Saturday, more Rogue Trader. Yeah, thank you everybody for hanging out and watching. If you are on the YouTube side, I would very much appreciate it if you would hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you have not done so already. Over on the Kick side, if you have not hit that follow button, I would also appreciate that. All this stuff very much helps out the channels. And we'll let you get notifications if you turn those on when I go live, which is Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, every week at 6-ish p.m. I tend to be late. That's not my fault. I like sleep. But I do try to get online around as close to 6 as possible. And yeah. We go from 6 to 9. Thank you everybody for hanging out watching. I appreciate y'all as always. And as always, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I hope you have a good evening, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
You